Hello, YouTube internet followers, people that listen to my channel. About the middle of February, I decided to take a break from making videos. I did a couple of videos. I'm posting. I'm making videos that represent the work that I'm doing, the paintings that I'm doing, and the paintings are causing me some reflections, if anything, reflections. And I'm going to make a quick video. And first of all, I want to say that I made a video on Kevin Annett, who supposedly messaged me to stop using his name, which was false. I was blindsided by a troll hack bunch that are trying to destroy Kevin Annett's advocacy to protect children and the vulnerable and bring people who have committed crimes that are employed by church and state to bring them to justice. And I think this is a noble advocacy. I support this 100%. And just that there's no confusion among people who listen to my videos related to Kevin Annett. I'm just going to play you the message, just the hacks that pretended to be Kevin Annett's group is totally false. Here's the message.
You have one old message. Monday, 8:11 p.m. Hi, Tom. It's Kevin Annett. It's Monday night, and I'm a friend of Steve Shell's as well. You probably know who I am. He was just telling me that somebody called Katie was making some comments about how your postings were, she didn't like them or something, and you were taking them down. I have a friend, Katie, but apparently she didn't make those remarks, so maybe it was somebody else posting this her. But anyway, I'm sorry for all that. I hope we can talk sometime. I appreciate, any support you can be for me and our work. And Steve was just urging me to contact you just to set the record straight. So I will call you back. If you want to write to me, it's hiddenfromhistory1@gmail.com, but I'll call you again sometime. Thanks, Tom. Anyway, if you want to repost your stuff, feel free. I'm not going to go after you. I'm not upset about anything you've done. I've just heard about this tonight, so it was all news to me. I'm going to check with Kate to see, in fact, whether she did send that to you. But anyway, sorry about all that, and hope to talk to you soon. Bye.
All right, so I want to interject that. I didn't put it on the video. I'm going to put that in. And Kevin Annett, I've not met Kevin. I've not talked to him personally. I tried to contact him. I messaged him. We haven't been able to hook up. But what I want to make sure for people that are listening, it's the message he carries is so important. It is so important. And people have flaws. I have my vices, my virtues. We all have flaws. We all have virtues. And I'm not going to get into whatever it might be that the people that are trying to take down the message that is coming out. What is this conscience that is rising up in people? Conscience is rising in people, and there's going to be an attack and an onslaught against the people of conscience. That's all I want to say. I'll add this to the video. And in my previous videos, I've talked about the fact that the a priori of our circumstances are children, the vulnerable. And I am 100% behind people that are like-minded with the understanding that we need to protect those who are least able to protect themselves. And who would that be? Children. So I got a personal message from Kevin Annett. I haven't been able to get a hold of him. I tried to have a conversation, but we've exchanged messages, and he did not instigate this. So I will be putting up all my Kevin Annett material again, and the trolls, the attack dogs that are out there, fine, do what you need to do. This is such an important, we are in the fight for our lives, and we are also in the fight of our life. If you want to take it from the perspective that this is the most monumental period in the history of humanity. And people will say, oh, everybody in their period has felt that this is the most monumental period ever. And I want to make a video because I don't want to disappear from my channel, because I've been kind of vocal. I've been vocal on a very important issue called Fukushima and the nuclear criminal syndicate, as well as Kevin Annett's advocacy to bring people to justice that are murdering, abusing children. So it's like, this is like the two subjects that preoccupy me during the day, from the point of view that this is, I understand, is so important. We're in the fight for our lives. Now, I want to just comment today briefly. I'm not going to make this very long, because it takes to make a video. I make notes and I spend time, and I wanted to get away a little bit from the video thing on YouTube. And quite frankly, I'm not really too convinced anymore that the YouTube genre has that much importance. There are people are producing videos, and I think it's a noble effort. I still believe it's a noble effort, but what I am reflecting on, what I'm thinking about as I'm making these paintings based on the Pacific, that we are in the fight for our lives, and the battle, and this is something that I've tried to communicate on my channel. The insight that I have is it's an internal fight. We are experiencing a powerful, unprecedented battle we've ever been in. It's an internal battle. We have everything coming at us, the information, the knowledge that we have accumulated over thousands and thousands of years is synopsized in what we call this digital age, this internet age. It is focused. We are now kind of like lightning rods for everything that is coming at us. And frankly, in my own experience, I'm able only to absorb a certain amount. You cannot add more sugar to a sweet experience. I mean, at a certain point, a sprinkle is fine. As you get more and more, it becomes irrelevant. All you get is like an explosion of sugarness, which is, I mean, it's actually quite obscene in a certain way. And I see information basically as a sugar fix. And what is happening in my own experience is that I need to detach myself from the influences from outside to be able to wage this battle, this inner battle, what I have labeled in my videos as conscience, to do the right thing. And doing the right thing is it's a minute by minute activity, in some cases, day by day activity for sure, to be doing the right thing. Now we are facing an external adversary. The toxicity from nuclear and all the chemicals and all the pollution that is destroying primarily now the Pacific Ocean, which is a series of paintings that I'm working on. As you know, these are some examples in the background. I've understood this. Because this is in the physical world. This is the battleground now. But what I want to say in my own understanding, how I approach this monumental task, is to keep focused on that inner struggle, that inner battle that each of us has. And we cannot externalize this from the point of view that nothing will change in our world outside unless we change inside. And I feel this actually quite phenomenally when I make paintings, that my paintings change not because I've seen something from outside. I mean, I'm influenced, but the idea that I am going to commit something of value. I'm not just regurgitating something you already know and you've seen, and I'm not going to tell you stuff that you want to hear. I'm going to reflect my inner world in the paintings. And the paintings are not going to be of significance if they don't actually represent that part of me, which hopefully represents a part of you. This is why we love certain artists more than others, because they reflect parts of you more than, not more, but they reflect parts of you the way they have struggled with their own inner world, that world of what I call conscience, that world of conscience. And I want to just sort of I want to synopsize this. It's my own struggle. My YouTubes, in a sense, are my own struggle to express the way I try to express in my paintings something that has value to you, because I believe it has value to me. And what I say is, we are in the fight for our lives. The cancers that are happening, the epidemic cancers that will escalate as Fukushima proceeds through its horrendous timeline of decades, hundreds of years, and who knows how long. And since I'm not a physicist and an expert on mitigating radionuclide pollution, man-made ionized radiation in the environment, I do not have a solution, I have to tell you. But I do have a solution of how to begin to mitigate this problem. And that is to succeed in the inner battle that each one of us has. And I was listening to Lonnie Clark's Age of Fission radio show, and a caller came in, and Lonnie is she's a very positive person. She doesn't see, she's like a romantic in a sense. She's like somebody who doesn't see the mountain as an obstacle, but something that she would enjoy to climb. And I think this is a very helpful attitude to have, that you don't feel that the glass is half empty, you see it as half full. And this caller said, I am incapable of making any difference, and I beg to differ. I actually feel that Lonnie's approach is a very healthy approach, but from the point of view that we each feel overwhelmed, the battle that we need to fight is not stopping Fukushima. The battle we need to fight is get in touch with that inner part of us that will actually allow us to become significant to others, to affect others. First of all, our own life, and affect others. It comes from a very personal experience. And we're in the fight for our lives. And we're in the fight of our lives, because this is so monumental. And we can't look externally. We need to look inside and find that power, that ability that each one of us has to change. We can change. And we've come through a litany of disasters. History is a record of war and disasters and destruction. And somewhere we gotta just draw a line. We gotta draw a line in the sand and say, it's not going to be that way anymore. It's all our responsibilities. That's how I see it. That's how I feel it. That's how I experience my day-to-day life, that I have to draw a line under the destruction that I am responsible for, that when I do not use my conscience, when I excuse myself for not doing the thing that needs to be done. And every moment is a challenge in this way. I don't know why that is. I don't know why we just don't all live in Club Meds. We all should have like a free ticket to Club Med, and it's Shangri-La. I don't know why this reality manifests itself in the sense that we need to exercise our conscience to do the right thing. Otherwise, everything gets fucked up. And you can't withdraw from this. You cannot have a philosophy of detachment and say, well, everything goes on out there, and I am going to be detached from that. No, it doesn't work that way. We influence everything. We influence every molecule that exists. Every atom in the universe is affected by who we are and how we act, how we succeed in this inner battle. And there are no excuses and explanations that can cover up when we don't do the right thing. And I'm not saying for anybody what it is that they need or need not do. This is a very personal battle. And right now, to me, I've withdrawn from making more videos at this point because I feel I'm losing this battle and trying to figure out what it is that I can contribute. And I think my contribution, frankly, the best that I can do is the paintings. I mean, that's my own, what I say is a calling. And what I also perceive as being the information, why the information, especially on a YouTube genre, and people still who watches CNN and all that shit anymore, that's irrelevant. But there is a yearning, a craving for originality. And information is not originality, people. Information is not originality. It just means shit happens somewhere and you take it in. But we crave originality, which is why the most expensive objects on the planet are artworks, because people recognize fundamentally, whether they're oligarchs and whether they're hyenas or reptiles, everybody is craving this feeling, this sense, this perception, this knowledge that there is originality, which is why art is such a brilliant activity as a tool. It presents us with the possibility of something original, which changes our inner battles, which changes the way we look at ourselves. So I just thought I haven't disappeared. It's actually pushing me. This work is pushing me because the backdrop of the Pacific being destroyed is creating some real challenges in how I interpret this personally, how I interpret this in my work. And I've always been part of this feeling of this contrary feeling. I don't want to give you something you already know. I don't want to regurgitate stuff. Interestingly, I also use a lot of historical imagery, iconography in my work. I'm drawn, and in some way it's very easy to do that because you have some very iconic images like the astronaut there. That's Neil standing on the moon. It kind of encapsulates a lot about the epic quality that I guess I'm sort of epic. And I piggyback on people that I regard as having been epic in the past. Anyway, it's the fight. We're in the fight for our lives, and we are in the fight of our lives as well, both at the same time. What a confluence. Anyway, let's see if I put this up. Best to all of you.